We are living in a golden age of innovation in the clean energy space. With a renewed focus on green initiatives, a brighter future for our planet finally seems within reach. But while electric vehicles and offshore wind turbines have revolutionized our way of life, the demand for the materials fueling the technology has never been higher. One prevailing question remains: is clean technology always sustainable technology?
Heavy rare earths are the elements that go within the world's most powerful magnets. So essentially, they provide the capability for those magnets to withstand heat. The applications are incredibly broad. They go into high durability, high intensity, high reliability electronic and digital applications. So think wind turbines, the motors within electric vehicles, some of the most important applications to electrification and to decarbonization. Heavy rare earths in the last 20 years have become incredibly important as we become a much more digital economy.
People are not happy with the way in which minerals are extracted today, so we need to think differently, we need to come up with new ideas, and we need to innovate. Consumers who buy an electric vehicle, they want to feel very proud about the impact that they are having on planet Earth. And they want to make sure that the materials that were sourced in order to produce those vehicles are also done in a responsible way. We cannot solve a problem by creating another. There is another way of extracting a heavy rare earth, which is from ionic clays. In Penco, Chile, we have found this amazing deposit that has fantastic grades of ionic clays. It has the most important heavy rare earths that we need in order to transition to a cleaner, more sustainable planet.
This isn't about China or any specific concerns geopolitically or otherwise. This is a real issue just of single source dependency. And when you think about the idea of being reliant on any one supplier for vital materials that are necessary for our decarbonization, that's just not sustainable.
We arrived at Penco because we believe that this is one of the few deposits in the world that can really make a difference. The beauty of this deposit is that nature has done most of the work already. The clays had absorbed the ions of rare earths, and they are chemically in a form that is very easy to extract them in a very sustainable way.
This project specifically doesn't have the effects that people are very afraid of. The geological formation and the method that's used doesn't generate any radioactive effects. Generally, in terms of mining projects, benefits are global. We're helping the world get rid of CO2 and climate change, etc. But the effects are local. In Chile, mining projects are of big size, big dimensions, and they last very long periods. Forestry are cycles that last 20 years, 40 years if you go for a second harvest. Our mineral harvesting, it's gonna last 2 years per site, 3 years, 4 years at the most. Second, it's not a typical mining project when you go to mining towns. People complain and say, I'm having lunch, and you have an explosion and it's vibration. People are very afraid of that. Luckily, this project, due to the technology it developed, it's not going to create those effects.
Using the help of local and international universities, we developed a process that is unique in the world. We decided at Aclara not to minimize cost, but to minimize the environmental footprint. We wanted to optimize the use of water. Water is very key to sustainability. We're not only recycling water with a very high efficiency rate of 95%, but we're taking it from domestic sources that have been treated and that are currently disposed in the ocean. Our main reagent is not a complex acid or cyanide like it's the case in the conventional ways of mining. We're using here a fertilizer, a very common fertilizer, and given that we are not changing the physical properties of the clays, we're going to be able to return them to the ground and then grow a native forest on top of that.
Aclara is fulfilling a promise. When we look at electric vehicles, when we look at renewable energy, we are hopeful that we can create a sustainable world. Aclara is a linchpin in doing so.
For me personally, it gives me goosebumps, to walk through the pilot plant, because we have done a lot of testing at the lab level, but to see the first kilo of production coming out of that plant is fantastic. It's a great achievement by the team. We feel really passionate about what we're doing.
But I'm most excited about it. I'm gonna be able to see the result of what I'm preaching. We're gonna be generating 1,700 tons of concentrate per year. We are going to recover the environment. We're going to have a center to take care of protected animals. Now I'm going to be able to come back and tell to the people, we developed what we promised.
Aclara's process and philosophy can ignite a change in the industries that are actually providing the end products that people are so hopeful are going to change our world.
It's all about the purpose, to produce the cleanest rare earths in the world, and that is a very highly motivating factor. We're really excited. This is just the beginning for Aclara.
Aclara, making environmental change possible. For more, visit aclararesources.com.